Foxes, and welcome back to my channel. This is Brittany from SHOPFOXBURROW. I am SHOPFOXBURROW on Poshmark, Etsy, and Instagram, and I hope that you will find me on those different platforms. And today I have a fun box swap collaboration video to share with you. I am a fashion reseller on platforms like Poshmark and Etsy. I do a lot of vintage and a lot of like quirky style ModCloth anthropology stuff, and I try and put out content sort of focusing around those different brands and elements. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I do appreciate it, and if you end up liking the content of this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Today I've got a collaboration, like I said, with ShopVonV, or Laura. She is another YouTuber, and she also sells on Etsy, eBay, and Poshmark. I was so excited when I found her YouTube videos because you don't find a lot of other people who sell on Etsy, and you don't find a lot of people who do it at like the caliber that she does it. So it was really nice to kind of get that perspective. Etsy sellers don't tend to share a lot of their like tips and tricks and secrets. So yeah, I just love her content, and since we were both vintage sellers, we decided to do a vintage box swap. For the most part, might be a modern piece or two mixed in, and we know that there's sort of like a mystique around vintage, and like, why do you pick something up, or like, how do you tell if it's the right aesthetic, and does the brand matter? So what we decided to do was to send each other 5 pounds of vintage, clothing, might be a modern piece or two mixed in, and then to tell why we picked it up, and to give 3 keywords that we would use when we listed the item. So I've got Laura's box right here, and she actually didn't get her little sheet in the box in time, so she emailed it to me, and I think, we all lead very busy lives, and she may have forgotten to do the keywords, but if she did, I will give you 3 keywords that I would use to list these items, and that way you can kind of get an idea of, sometimes it's hard to sell vintage because there's no like really relevant brand that people are searching. So they're going to be searching by item type, and if you don't know how to describe your item well, then your vintage items aren't going to sell very well. So those keywords are very important. And yeah. Alright, so here's the box. Very monochromatic, which is fun. Alright, let's see. The first thing, I got my little sheet here. Alright. First thing I'm going to pull out is a skirt. Ooh, I love this. It is kind of like almost got that southwestern feel to it. It almost looks like block printed. It's definitely handmade. You can tell, let's see, down here, can you see the sort of wonkiness of that hem stitch right there? And it has a metal zipper, so it's definitely older, kind of full, but not like a full circle. Let's see, she said the southwestern print is her favorite skirt. She grabbed it because skirts like this tend to do really well in the springtime, and I would agree with that. The monochromatic is definitely fun. If I were to give 3 keywords when I was listing this, I would say it is a midi length, so it's going to hit below your knees. I would definitely use that southwestern keyword, and then I would probably call this like a gathered A-line skirt, because it's not quite a full skirt, but it's definitely got more body than like a pencil or a standard mini. Alright, I love that. That'd be so cute with like an off-the-shoulder black top. Or you could add like a pop of color, like a pink. That would look really cute. Alright, she said another skirt. This is a floral, And let's see, the brand on this is Norton McNaughton Petites. It is rayon. I love rayon. It steams out so beautifully, and it's really comfortable to wear. It has pockets, which is amazing. Back center zipper, and it's just this nice like muted floral print. Again, that midi length. It has elastic panels on the side, which is going to be really nice for fit. This one I would say is definitely an 80s piece. And yeah, if I were going to give 3 keywords for this, I would again use the midi length. I would say muted floral, and I think again with that A-line skirt. So this would definitely not be like a full skirt, it would be like an A-line midi skirt. I love that. Again, that would look really cute with like an off-the-shoulder black top, some booties. Be really sweet. Alright, so she picked that one up because, you know, florals do really well in the spring and skirts do really well in the spring. Alright, next up, sequins. Woo! Alright, this one is, I'm gonna say this is, I don't know what era this is. I want to say 50s. Let's see. The sequin dress felt so bombshell hourglass vibes. No tag, but it does have the lot tag on the inside lining. So it is a black sequin dress. I want to say this has very like 70s vibes to me, just in like the chevron detail. But it does have that metal zip, and the zip is regal. So with a lot of these older dresses, you can see there is a zipper pull here, and it has like a name on it. So you might find ones that say Crown, Talon, YKK, and this one says Regal, and sometimes that can help you date the piece. So this one, it's probably 1960s. Here's the lot number on the inside. This is just this little tag. It's got a lot number. So I'll have to look a little bit more at the construction. It is definitely an older construction, and it does have that metal zipper. So yeah, we'll see. I want to say 60s on that. It's possible 50s, but I'm pretty sure it's 60s. Because they still use the metal zippers quite frequently in the 60s. The length is definitely a lot shorter than I would peg for a 50s dress. We'll just have to see how it looks when I get it on the dress form. Yeah, so keywords, she gave me some right there. Bombshell, hourglass, and then I would just call this like a chevron sequins. S-E-Q-U-I-N-S, not sequence. So I do see that misspelling quite a bit. And people won't be able to find your items if you don't spell sequins right. Okay. This looks fabulous and Edwardian and fun. Let's see. Okay. It's Little Lace by Connie Cribben, maybe? It is a size 1, made in USA. So she said she couldn't find much info on this designer, but the fact that the lace was still in perfect condition was what drew me in, plus the wrap detail is so versatile. Wear it as a unique jumper or a layered dress, but that lace is so good. So, let's see. Okay, so it's almost like, what is happening here? Oh my god, this is so cute. Alright. So I think this is the front, because it's got pockets. Right? Yeah, so you put it on like this, right? And it's got these little like lace pockets here. And then it kind of like ties in the back. So I think that this is just out of the loop, but you would like loop it through this And then almost like an apron or like wrap style. That is just really cool. It's a totally unique piece. Yeah, and the lace, like she said, it's in beautiful shape. This is going to be super fun to style. I love this. Very like 80s, very cool. Kind of has that like vintage Victoria's Secret like vibe to it. All right, let's see, what do we have for keywords? So she said wrap, detail, jumper, or a layered dress. So yeah, like possibly like log and look, definitely jumper or pinafore, and definitely that like lace wrap dress is going to be another good keyword for this. So I love this. This is going to be fun to style. I'm hoping to get these items photographed tomorrow. I might have to go to the doctor, so I'm not really sure, but go ahead and check my Poshmark closet, or if you love any of these items and you want one, go ahead and drop me a line down below or email me at foxburrowvintage@gmail.com and I'll see what I can do for you. Okay, let's see. Alright, so this is Eileen West for Queen Anne's Lace, made expressly for Saks Fifth Avenue. So this is 100% like a night dress, but this is very like, you could absolutely repurpose this as just like a white summer dress. It's got the partial buttons down the front, and the thing that makes me love it is this ruffled hem here. So like with a braided leather belt, like that would just look so cool. Totally love this. It is cotton, it's beautiful condition, and I love this like inset lace panel here. See, this is why I love Laura. Like, she has a really good eye for things, and you have to, when you pick up vintage, you have to be able to see past like what it is and reimagine it being styled. So, you know, she says that she absorbs not just a lot of like reseller content, but a lot of fashion content as well. And I think that when you sell vintage, like, you kind of have to do that, because there's so many great vintage pieces that could be, you know, saved and repurposed if you think about them in like a different way. So this one, she said, some people look at this and think nightgown only, but I look at it and think spring or summer market style dresses as well. Belted or unbelted, they are seriously the comfiest. So yeah, we definitely have like that same sort of idea of like thinking outside the box. And if I were to put tags on this, I would absolutely call out that it was white cotton. I would call out that it would be a great sundress. And I would make sure to talk about the inset lace and the ruffle hem detail at the bottom. So another really great piece, and I love that. That's going to be a lot of fun to style too. And the size is so versatile that I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to see themselves in it. Okay, I think this might be the last piece. It is a heavier piece. This looks like so much fun. What is this? Oh my god. Oh, this is amazing. You found such good stuff, Laura. I love this. Okay, so this is a maxi skirt. It is absolutely that like 70s, early 80s vibe. It's Evan Picone, fully lined. You can almost kind of tell it's 70s because it's just like the color of the liner. Like this was a very, it's just a very 70s color. It's that like rust orange. And then of course you've got this like diamond tweed pattern. And like the button up maxi skirt, this is like one of my weaknesses. Anytime I find like a maxi skirt that's a button up front, oh, I love it. Because you can do so much with like how much of it you want buttoned, or if you want to wear tights under it, or I just love it. So this is, it's a 10, a vintage 10, so it's like a modern like 4. It's got the closure up here, so it buttons down the front, and then it has like hook and eye closures here. Again, fully lined. There are not pockets on this, but that is very common for 70s stuff. And let's see, why did she pick this? She says, I love these style skirts. 1970s preppy goodness. Yeah, so again, I love it too. I think it's preppy, but I think it could also go boho too, depending on what you paired it with. Like if you paired this with a nice like white cotton poet blouse that like laced up the front, billowy sleeves, and then you did like a brown booty instead of like a black booty, and you left it partially opened, I think that would be really cool and kind of go more towards the boho than the preppy. So yeah, Laura, thank you for doing this swap with me. This was so much fun. It's just great to see, you know, what I love watching her hauls, because it's so much fun to see what other vintage sellers pick up, why they're looking at it, why they think it's interesting, how they style it. Like she does all of her vintage items, or most of them, she does like fashion shots. So she'll put the item on, she'll style it, and then you kind of get to see it come to life on a person. And I just love that. It's so much better than just putting it on a hanger, just because the reason that we kind of do this is to save items from the landfill and to see them get a new life on, you know, another person. So it's just kind of cool to give that style idea to somebody, you know, even if that's not how they end up styling it, you're kind of like showing them what it looks like on a person, how it moves, how it drapes. That used to be one of my favorite things about doing markets, is that I would get to see what people look like when they put, you know, my clothes on, the clothes that I had picked out, something that I thought was cool, you know, to see someone else be like, oh man, I love this, and then like try it on and fall in love with it. It was very gratifying. Unfortunately with kids it's just too much work, and then having an inventory system now, you'd have to take everything out of your inventory system and find a way to put it back when you were done. So I don't do markets anymore, but that was one of the things that I really loved about doing them. And I think that they're really great for vintage sellers to get to know the community and get to know what people look like when they try on, you know, what they're picking up. So this was so much fun. And if you are not subscribed to Laura's channel, I literally could not send a higher recommendation. I love her content. It's wonderfully done. And just check out her shop. She is ShopVonV on Etsy and Poshmark. I'm not sure what her eBay name is, but I'm sure it's in her video link. I sent her a box filled with vintage stuff, so to see what I sent her, I will link that down below, and you can go check it out and let us know which, out of the two boxes, like which one was your absolute favorite piece? Which one did you just love the most? Would you have picked up some of these pieces, or would you have left them behind? And yeah, let us know if you like this content. We had so much fun working together. We are thinking about doing another vintage collaboration in the near future. So if you are looking forward to more vintage content, if you are interested in more vintage content, yeah, just let us know down below. And thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you are not already. So thank you again, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!